Breaking news exclusively from Blue Eye Media. Now here's Harry J. Sisson with the latest updates.
Well, folks, it is all coming out now. Everything is getting leaked. We are now learning the real reasons why Donald Trump fired Kristi Noem today, and I think it's pretty obvious that the White House is completely throwing her under the bus, putting all of the administration's problems and failures on her. There is no loyalty now that Donald Trump has fired her and she's no longer in the administration. And it seems like senior White House officials are leaking this information to Fox News, of all people, and some other media outlets to disparage her publicly. It's not been a great day for Kristi Noem. So we're going to talk about all of this and more and the new reporting on why she got fired. But before I do any of that, please make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. Let me know what you think about everything going on. It is crazy right now. If you're on Apple or Spotify, please make sure to rate the show 5 stars and follow along. And without further ado, let's get into it. So this is from the Wall Street Journal, who actually initially reported on Donald Trump's desire to fire Kristi Noem earlier today before he did it. And in this article talking about why she got fired, they write, quote, Noem's decision to allot more than $200 million for an ad campaign featuring herself urging those living illegally in the U.S. to self-deport had already bothered Donald Trump for months for its self-promotional style. At the hearing that she had just the other day, Noem told senators that Donald Trump had signed off on the campaign, an assertion that upset Trump, who told senators and advisors that he had not signed off on it. Noem said the ads had been effective, leading Louisiana Republican Senator John Kennedy to shoot back, saying they've been effective in building your name recognition, which is surprising coming from Republicans. But across the White House, she had already lost the confidence of all of Donald Trump's senior aides, who were baffled at her management of the agency and her empowerment of Corey Lewandowski, who she has allegedly had an ongoing affair with. In her testimony at a second hearing Wednesday before the House Judiciary Committee, Noem admitted that one of the contracts for the ads didn't go through a competitive bidding process, contradicting her Senate testimony the previous day. Noem was grilled in both hearings for part of the funding going to a subcontractor with ties to her outgoing spokeswoman, Tricia McLaughlin. Interesting. So she perjured herself. Now that she's not in the administration, maybe somebody wants to take up that case and prosecute Kristi Noem. And this is actually the moment where it happened, where Kristi Noem was caught lying about these contracts. She was grilled by Representative Neguse. So just watch.
Two of them were
That's inaccurate, Madam Secretary. I'll read from the notice from your agency. Given the immediate action to significantly reduce illegal immigration and border crossings, DHS identified 4 companies. 4 of the hundreds of thousands of companies in the United States, you identified 4. One of those is this Safe America Media company. Where is Safe America Media headquartered?
I don't know.
I don't know either, Madam Secretary. We can't find it. We can't find a website. We did find an address that's registered for this company. Do you know where that address is?
Is there a problem with this contract?
I'll tell you about it.
According to
Madam
law,
Secretary, the
address
is registered to a political operative. Madam Secretary, the company, and then I'll give you an opportunity to respond. The company is registered to a political operative in Virginia. Do you know, just by way of example, whether this company that received $143 million in taxpayer dollars, has it ever done work for the government before?
I don't know. I can't.
The answer is it has not. And do you know why we know that? Because it was incorporated 8 days before this contract went out. You want the American people to believe that this is all above board?
Yes,
that $143 million of taxpayer money just happened to go to this one company that doesn't have a headquarters, doesn't have a website, has never done work for the federal government before, and is registered, apparently, or attached to a residence from a political operative. And of course, one of the subcontractors of that contract, as you know, is a political firm that's tied to you back when you were governor of South Dakota. The reason why I ask these questions is that this is taxpayer money. And I presume, I don't know this for a fact, but Senator Tillis noted yesterday the way in which your agency is blocking the Inspector General from 11 different investigations that it is trying to conduct. I don't know if this happens to be one of them. I certainly hope it is, because eventually the facts will become public in this regard. And
blatant corruption. I mean, it's just blatant corruption. She's using, or she used, because, you know, past tense, she's no longer there. She used our money, taxpayer dollars, to hand out a lucrative government contract to one of her buddies, to enrich them. It's disgusting. And that is actually part of one of the reasons as to why she was fired. So this is the report from Fox News talking about what appears to be this leaked information to them about why Noem was fired. And of course, these ads factor in, among other things, but just watch.
Wasn't the soundbite we were looking for? We were looking for the testimony that apparently really upset the president, where Noem said, yes, we went through the legal process and did it correctly when asked if the president authorized and approved that $200 million in spending. He did not. He said that he was not aware of this campaign, certainly did not authorize it. And then there were also these rumors of an affair with Corey Lewandowski, special government employee who is serving as an advisor. He is also married, and reports floating the last several weeks that Noem had sought to appoint Lewandowski as her chief of staff, but the president blocked that decision amid these rumors of an affair. So the combination of those factors that tipped the president's decision to elevate Markwayne Mullin into this position and get him confirmed. Martha.
Yeah, that's very interesting, Jackie, because, you know, the person that you're citing, the source that you're citing, and just tick off for us again the three things that they told you went into this decision, because that's not really a soft pedal the way that it was described to you. Can you go through those again one more time?
Minnesota, her handling of the fallout to the deaths in Minnesota of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, the statements that she made in public calling them domestic terrorists before some of the facts had come in, and her handling of that scenario, the ad campaign, the $200 million that featured her on horseback at Mount Rushmore and claiming that the president signed off on it when he had not, and also the allegations of an affair with Corey Lewandowski. This person close to the president described these three things as a combination of her many unfortunate leadership failures. So less a decision to move her into a new role than to get her out of the one she had been serving in.
Yeah, many unfortunate leadership errors.
You know, any of those three things should have ended her career right then and there. I mean, she should have been fired after Minnesota. Now, let me be clear. This is not an endorsement of Kristi Noem being there at all. She should have never been at the Department of Homeland Security. She certainly shouldn't have been the secretary. But any of these individual instances this Fox News reporter just cited, she should have been fired on the spot right then and there. The fact that it took this long is an indictment of the Trump regime. They really keep around these incompetent, evil people as long as possible simply because they're loyal to Donald Trump. But once they're gone, there is no loyalty, of course. They will throw them under the bus as much as they'd like because there's nothing they can do to fight back. Donald Trump, you know, he's leader of the MAGA cult and whatnot. So interesting three reasons, but also in addition to this, Mr. Lewandowski, her alleged affair man, is also getting fired with her, being moved around. Watch.
Yeah, just speaking with some folks who have a lot of knowledge of this situation, I'm told the president spoke with Kristi Noem just before that Truth Social post went out, which means that when she was on camera giving her remarks and didn't actually touch on what had just happened, she was aware of what was happening. I'm further told that Corey Lewandowski is expected to leave with her. Of course, the rumors of an affair between the two were one of the factors that I'm told compelled the president to remove her as DHS secretary. Both of them are married, and she had faced questions about her alleged affair during testimony on the Hill this week. Under oath, she did not deny it. She called the reports garbage, but she never denied sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski. And I'm told that he's expected to leave his post as a special government employee and advisor to her when she departs the Department of Homeland Security. Unclear so far. I'm trying to still get information on whether leave with her means go with her to this new role that we are still fleshing.
Speaking about this new role, so Corey Lewandowski's gone with her. Thank God. I mean, you know, just get him out. I mean, again, I want to reiterate, they should have been gone a long time ago, but Corey Lewandowski is leaving with Kristi Noem and played a part in her downfall, in her failure. And Kristi Noem actually celebrated this new position she's getting earlier today, saying, "Thank you, Trump, for appointing me as the special envoy for the Shield of the Americas." It's not a real role. This is not a real job. This is the nice way of Donald Trump firing her. And I actually responded, "Hey, Kristi, special envoy for the Shield of the Americas is not a real job. You got fired." Because that's what happened. You know, she can dress it up, put whipped cream and sprinkles on top. It's, you know, it's nothing. She got fired. So anyway, I will leave the video there. I just wanted to show you these newly leaked reasons for why Kristi Noem got fired. It seems to be more to the story than what Donald Trump or Kristi Noem made it seem. But anyway, I will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below. Drop a like on the video. Comment. Let me know what you think about this story. And as always, have an amazing rest of your day. Take care of yourself in these crazy times, and we will talk soon.
Follow Blue Eye Media for exclusive insights and breaking news sources from global-friendly outlets that you'll never get from the mainstream cable TV and antenna radio or satellite outlets. Learn how to play the flute of the world and learn the real facts.